So Abba and Preach, who I'm not the biggest fans of, were talking about these two social media people, Tana and Cody, and the gist of the story is Cody had sex with Tana when she was 17 and he was 25, and for guys who made enough videos on grift pill guys, you think they would learn a bit before they say stuff like this.
I think online people do a lot of yapping. A lot of yapping about what they would do, what they find creepy, what they would never do. And in my experience, people get in person and they act completely opposite.
100%.
You know, people say like, I would never date a blonde. All of a sudden, as soon as a blonde shows interest, they're all on top of it. People saying like, oh, I love inform. I remember this. This is one of my most distinct memories. I remember being at a university campus and this lady was running a consent workshop and I was just listening in. We ended up sleeping together like maybe a month or two later. Didn't do a single goddamn thing she taught in that class. Not one. Not a single one. It was so jarring to me that she taught this long, lengthy ass class and yapped about it online all the time, and in person she didn't do none of that shit.
All the people that yap a lot, sometimes I'm gonna look at you like, no, you know what? Behind closed doors, you're the perpetrator.
What Abba doesn't get about his story is that those rules don't apply to the good-looking people, and in that situation, it was you. All those rules and consents only apply to the uggos or the riffraff, and act as a filter system, because if you're hot enough, all these roadblocks of consent seem to disappear, and that's because they're not really there. They're only meant to block out the ugly people, or when she feels bad about her choice, she can use it as a weapon at her convenience, and that one can be applied to any dude at any time. Sure, when all these laws were made, they had good intentions behind them, but that's not how it's being used today, and their topic of the video and Abba's story are great examples. Do you really think Tana cared at the time? I really wouldn't be surprised if she set the whole thing up so she can get more clout off the guy, and now years later could drum it up on a podcast and stir up the attention circuit so she can gain some relevancy, probably to promote her new thing, while throwing this dumb guy's life in turmoil. Neither one of these people are innocent, and they're not victims either. They both knew exactly what they're doing. But like always, the guy's the only one held accountable. And as for Abba's story, you were the Tyrone. That whole spiel that girl was teaching in her class wasn't for you or guys like you. They're a filter, cover, and parachute system all in one. And if you have to ask, you know exactly where you stand. And unfortunately, under the system, no man's safe, because women just want their cake and be able to eat it too, no matter what happens afterwards.